So Brock Purdy got a no trade clause?
Speaking of that, yeah, he got no trade. He got he got a quarter bill.
Yep.
No trade. How much guaranteed?
Who's something?
Yeah.
Young Brock.
Hey, I ain't gonna.
Hey, Ragu, I already told him. As a Rams fan, I'm ecstatic at that dude. I love it. Thank you, Mr. Lynch. We appreciate you.
I ain't gonna cap though. Let's be honest here. Let's give Brock Purdy his props though, excluding his play on the field. The fact that you was the last pick in your entire draft class to get this bag like this. Round of applause.
No. Props to his agent, nigga. Props to his agent.
If Brock Purdy play like shit, if Brock Purdy don't play halfway decent,
he did last year. They just didn't care.
He still got his back. But I'm saying is like for somebody who's the 7th round, Mr. Irrelevant, got the Mr. Irrelevant vacation package to get to his agent, him himself. Round of applause. That's all I'm saying. You got to give him credit.
I'm not going to hold
him. His play may be mediocre, but shit, got to give credit.
I don't necessarily care about where he got picked at. At the end of the day, I feel like that talks about more about the scouts than actually Brock Purdy anything, you know. So I can't really talk about the pick. But my thing is with this contract, it's like, what is the future looking like for the 49ers? Because I don't really see them being anything like I don't see them being the contender for the next few years. Because I feel like that window has closed.
And I just had a Niners fan tell me a couple of days ago they ain't even paid Fred yet.
No, he just got paid like 30.
He just got paid today.
Oh, okay.
Today.
There you go.
Maybe
they was waiting to pay the quarterback first and then lock it up.
Right. I'm just looking at the 49ers right now. Like, they lost a bunch of defensive players. They got rid of Debo. Your running back is crippled. I mean, what's the future of the franchise looking like right now?
That nigga was crippled when you traded him. He was crippled when you traded for him.
Where did Debo go? Didn't he go? I'm
the Commanders, I believe.
Huh? The Commanders.
Yeah, he went to the Communist Party.
Crazy.
That's a crazy nickname.
That was a crazy take on that. We got to click that one right there.
The Communist Party, communist, kamikaze, whatever.
Yeah, y'all hear me say that every week. Tyrell is the originator. I give him.
They need to put him at the tail.
Here you go, Ragu. Stop, Ragu. Stop. There you go again, man. Trying to discredit my guy as a receiver.
We can't
down.
Oh my God. That's a running back.
Telling you, man. Telling you.
Talk to you.
Yeah, you gonna go right now?
Man, at 1,400 yards, man.
What did you say for mom?
One time.
That's the same time.
That means it's in there. Now he got a quarterback. You should be happy for Jaden.
What? Oh no, they just want me to go meet Corey at Target.
LSU quarterback.
I like Jaden. Jaden is cool, all that. I want to see him do well, but you know, and part of that is throwing Debo Samuel at the running back instead of receiving.
Man, they got a running back.
Who? Eckler?
Robertson.
Yeah, they need somebody to go with Robertson. Yeah.
He could use a combo, like, you know.
Why you say Eckler like that?
Eckler's a little long and he's a little old, man. You know.
He's been around for a minute too.
Yeah. And I saw in the playoffs when it was on the line. Yeah, they need another guy.
I had issue with 265. The no trade clause. Now we're going into some other spit now. Now we're going into another territory.
Why you mad about the 265? I got y'all to a Super Bowl, and y'all said I couldn't do that.
Yeah, man.
He got them what?
Hey, look,
if I
don't get hurt first play of the championship game a couple years ago, we might have went to another one.
And you would have lost to the same team like you did the year after.
It don't matter.
At least we're winning the NFC.
No, you're not.
Trevor,
they just lost.
They have won the NFC a couple times in the last 5 years, bro. Stop it. Trevor Lawrence hasn't won anything.
Hey,
Trevor
not to
Lawrence
mention,
hasn't even won the division, I don't think.
One time,
maybe.
Don't slander my quarterback, but he ain't won nothing either, and he got paid.
Hey, your quarterback is next, Tizzy. He's next on that list of motherfuckers that they got paid that they did shit.
He's in a division. Hold on. He's in a division with the Chiefs, so he get a pass.
Now, fuck all that. Nah.
Just gave the Steelers a pass because they in the same conference as the Patriots and Chiefs, but they don't get a pass for being in the same division.
I gave the Steelers a pass on the Super Bowl history. The Chargers don't have that. They don't have that equity built up.
So Herbert don't get a pass because he's going against Mahomes every year, twice a year, and then he still got to go beat the nigga.
That's crazy work.
Nah.
Come on, bro.
Nah, man, we ain't doing all the Mahomes.
I'm saying though,
so we gonna excuse
Herbert
everybody.
winning. Look, listen. If Herbert wins a championship, he has to beat Herbert at least 2 times, nigga.
So
once for sure in the playoffs.
So Josh Allen beat him.
I'm just saying.
Josh Allen beat who?
He got a harder. Herbert got a harder shot at fucking winning the Super Bowl than any of those quarterbacks.
Jalen beat him. Tom Brady beat him. He's
in the Super Bowl. Ain't beat the nigga. They ain't playing the nigga in the motherfucking season every year.
Brady beat him in the playoffs too.
Yep. Brady, shoot, Mahomes 0-2 against Brady in the playoffs.
In the Super Bowl.
He's he beat him in the AFC. He's 0-1, Tyrell. Don't be trying to add wins.
No, Brady beat him in the AFC Championship game.
You gotta beat the guy, too.
Right, and that's the only time, nigga. You said 0-2 in the playoffs. We already mentioned the Super Bowl.
That's 0-2.
We already mentioned that.
0-2.
That was already mentioned, nigga. He lost.
I know, so that's 0-2. Mahomes is 0-2 against Brady in the playoffs.
Okay, what about Josh Allen? God damn it, that nigga always fucking losing. Fuck, nigga.
Shit, that's true. Then
put that pressure on him, not my quarterback. Goddamn. And he been in the league longer, nigga.
I could talk about
and he an MVP, nigga. He still ain't get shit done. Fuck we talking about?
I don't hear nigga damn MVP. Ain't nobody counting that.
No, we count that shit.
No, I'm gonna say it every time too.
Award on his
I'm finna start a dial
right now. MVP Josh Allen for the season.
Everybody on this panel should have known Josh Allen was winning MVP when they called his interception an arm punt.
Exactly.
That's when
I did. We talked about it. Yeah, that was nasty.
Well, what about the year before when they call him throwing all them picks? Josh Allen doing Josh Allen thing.
Yep.
Instead of saying, remember that shit? Instead of saying,
yep.
He's all these interceptions.
I remember it was. I think that same game Rel was talking about where the arm punt. They did his stat with. I don't remember the other quarterback what game that was. But the other, whoever he was playing, they put his interception, but on Josh Allen's stat line, they didn't put the interception on the clip right there. So when they did that, when they was doing that type of spit, I'm like, all right, yep, I see what y'all trying to do.
The NFL is
I was against the Patriots.
It's a TV show.
So it was it might have been Drake May then. Yeah, they showed Drake May's interception, but they didn't show Allen's interception on the stat line.
Yeah, we know why.
An arm punt, bro. But I feel like honestly, when it comes to like deals with like quarterbacks, especially like when we're talking about this, it's not necessarily to me how talented the quarterback is. As crazy as it may sound, it's more so the direction. So hear me out. Like we talked about with Brock Purdy, right? You can say that he played like he deserves it, even though I would disagree. Sure. But I don't think the 49ers necessarily have just the brightest future. We're talking about Trevor Lawrence. The Jaguars have been trash for so long. I don't necessarily think the Jaguars at this point in time will want to replace the Trevor Lawrence. And then we talk about Justin Herbert. I mean, them guys just made it to the playoffs this year, first year on the Jim Harbaugh. I feel like what's the point of not paying Justin Herbert? And we know he's a pretty good quarterback.
He already got paid.
But Jay, how do you explain the no trade
before Harbaugh came?
That's where my issue. Like, you get a no trade clause?
So that makes sense. I need a
Really? So wait a minute. What's your problem with Purdy, bro?
I ain't got a problem with Purdy.
JC is talking about this nigga like he's a scrub.
Compared to these other guys?
What other guys? Lamar Jackson?
Everybody that we mentioned. There's not a single quarterback we mentioned right now.
Here's what I would
say Purdy is head, shoulders above in talent.
Here's what I saw. A guy come a punted ball hitting a returner's leg from probably winning the Super Bowl. I also saw him get sacked on the first play of the NFC Championship game where it made it impossible for them to reach the Super Bowl, but they were at the NFC Championship game. And this is back-to-back years. And then last year they had injuries and they didn't have a good year.
That's Purdy
but
to me.
I'm confused as to like, what does this guy have to do?
Look, as far as the contract, maybe y'all don't want to go on a quarterback search again. Fine, whatever. I get it.
They don't.
Pay him whatever. No trade clause, like, nigga, you need to be like Mahomes, Lamar kind of territory, like, with that type of protection. So you can go out here and be mediocre, or we find out, like, oh, yeah, he really ain't like that. And you get to control your
right.
destiny. You get that type of respect.
How many franchise quarterbacks get traded, bro?
Franchise quarterbacks that get traded.
None. They don't get traded. So that thing is just symbolic.
They get buyouts. Bro. They get buyouts.
It didn't say no buyout. It said no trade. So that's just like something to make it sound better, bro. Quarterbacks.
Russell Wilson got traded?
Good ones anyway. Good ones.
He was a franchise quarterback.
Russell Wilson got traded. What about him?
Good ones.
Franchise quarterback.
Man, he was at the end. You know what I'm saying? Russ wouldn't have got traded.
What I'm saying, whenever he signed that contract.
Got traded in 2016, 2017. He got traded.
That's what I'm saying. Whenever Russ signed that contract, he was still their franchise quarterback. At the top of that contract.
Okay, you named one. You named one.
Well, Russell Wilson requested out though. To be fair, so I don't know if we don't want to kill.
Stafford was a franchise QB on a bad team.
I was just about to say Stafford got traded, nigga. The fuck.
On a bad team, and they got better. They got better from trading Stafford. You understand? They got a haul for trading Stafford, and Stafford to trade is largely why they're in the position they're in.
I don't know, Ragu, you're right. Maybe it's the terminology just bothers me. All right,
you're a basketball guy, so you thinking about it in that hoop kind of way.
Maybe,
and it's different, bro. Yeah, this is the franchise QBs don't really get traded anyway, unless they are at the end of their run, or the team feel like they can get a haul for them. You know, everybody's looking for somebody to take them to the championship, bro. And Purdy did it twice.
Did it once.
He did it twice. Oh,
you said the NFC championship.
They was an NFC championship, and then they.
Oh, you literally mean the championship? Okay,
yeah. Everybody wants to get to that point, bro, and be part of the Final Four on the last playoff weekend of. Yeah, bro. Everybody wants that. So I can see you being upset with Trevor because all they did was one playoff game, I believe, right? In his whole time that he's been there. But Purdy is actually produced, bro. It doesn't, and moreover, I like to say this too. The Iowa State kids or players usually come to the league ready to play. All of Iowa State, whatever position they play. They got good coaching there.
I've always been on. I didn't really have to go in on Trev because I had been saying I thought he was overrated even before he got that contract. So it was really nothing much to say when it came to that. With Purdy, we seen that you had more offensive weapons on your team than any quarterback in NFL history.
Oh, come on, bro.
You had a damn near first team All-Pro checking everybody.
Nah, hell no. When?
Yep, first team running back.
The Super Bowl year. Kittle arguably the best in his position. CMC arguably the best in his position.
Tight end.
And then you got 2,000-yard receivers on your receiving core.
Man, a dude caught 1,000 yards one time.
TDE. Okay,
he's more of an 800-yard guy. So you gonna turn Debo into this 1,000-yard guy and Ayuk, but they've actually put up more less than 1,000-yard years than the one little 1,000-yard or 1,400-yard season that they did put up.
I don't know. Ayuk ain't even really been in the league that long.
You talking about the most weapons in history? Man, come on, bro. What?
I mean, what quarterback has had that offensive core that you saw before?
You got more. You think more of Deebo Samuel than me. So all that best weapons in history shit. Dude is okay. He's a good running back. Receiver, he's
a good receiver too.
Not to me. He's regular.
He's been hurt. He's been hurt lately, but he's a mid
wide receiver and a good running back. That's why all of his plays are not catches, they're runs. When you think of Deebo Samuel, you don't think about him going up mossing nobody. You're thinking about him running. Because
he got 1,400 yards from running.
Last year, he didn't get 1,400 yards. Let's stick with last year, bro. Stop mentioning the 1,400.
He was hurt last year, so I can't mention last year.
He'd be hurt all the time.
Screens.
He's an injury prone. Man, I mean, y'all think a lot of him, bro. He all right. I don't know what this all best weapons in history shit. And McCaffrey, okay, he had a great season.
That was the MVP runner-up.
Year before last. Best player at his position? Come on, bro.
CMC?
You sound like them studio people.
He had 2,000 yards.
That's because of the other weapons. You understand? They're not able to key on him.
So hold on. So he wasn't doing that in Carolina?
Not like that. Not to the tune of what he did in 23. But he was a good player. He was a good player. Don't get me wrong. He's not the best. He little as a motherfucker. He be getting hurt. And just the most weapons in history comment, bro. Hell nah. Hell nah.
That was kind of.
I don't know where that came from, bro. Kittle ain't shit either. He decent.
Why not?
You guys is all right. I mean,
so he did in 2019. He had over 2,000 all-purpose yards in Carolina in 16 games.
100% certain that he is
15 touchdowns.
How many years he been in the league?
What, 7, 8?
All right, man. So he did that shit twice.
But what I'm saying is he was doing it on Carolina. You said he was doing it because of all the other spit on the Niners. He did it on Carolina, too.
When he did it on the Niners, that's what that was. On Carolina, that's when he first got there and, was fresh. League didn't really know what to do with him.
After that, he kept getting hurt. And then the year before...
And he's going to keep getting hurt.
After that, he got hurt. So he was at where he was at. He missed a couple years. And then when he did come back, he got traded to the Niners that season. But he had
what are we going through all this for?
Because you said that he only did it because it was the Niners and they had all the other spit. What I'm saying is he's been like that. He was just always hurt.
Yeah. They did, and Shanahan too. Shanahan knew how to use him and utilize him. But best player at his position? Hell nah.
Hell no. That's crazy.
No,
right.
And for sure, Deebo ain't shit at receiver. You keep talking about that 1,400. Man, that he ran for.
So 2,000 all purpose, that's something to just sneeze at. Like, oh, all right. Like, hell no, that ain't the best.
I mean, yeah.
You might not think running back for running back, he's not the best. But if you take it everything overall, pass catching out the backfield and running, there was no running back better than him at that.
He had a good season in 23. Yeah,
and 19.
Awesome. And 19. But he been in the league 8 years. And you talking about 2 years that he had 2,000 yards all purpose, and he's the best at his position. Then you talking about Ayuk and Deebo Samuel, like these niggas is
What about George Kittle?
Kittle's a good tight end. I think, Shanahan utilizes the running back and the tight ends really well, bro. That's what I think. Well, I don't think I just, I'm tripping off the Purdy. He's good, bro. I don't know why you mad at him.
He's straight. That's what I was saying. I'm not saying he's trash, but he's cool. He's a cool quarterback.
I feel like if
265 and a no trade clause.
If he was 6'2", he would have won in the first round, at least in the second round.
He's just had a lot of talent to back up off of him,
We'll just see. We'll see these next couple of years what he talking about when he ain't got the Avengers no more.
He ain't never had no goddamn Avengers. Talking about these dudes, they ain't won nothing.
You damn right. You couldn't have been more right about that. Absolutely correct.
They had Jimmy G, him.
He went to the Super Bowl just like Purdy. I ain't hear you gassing that nigga like that.
Yeah. Jimmy G had a decent year that year. And that just shows.
That's what I'm saying. All he did was take Jimmy G weapons and go to the Super Bowl, and then now it's like, oh yeah, Purdy like that. Like, come on, man. We see what it is. But he's still a cool quarterback, though. I'm not. He still had to go out there and do that. He's cool.
I'm looking at it like this: if my quarterback, I'm a Raider fan. Any quarterback that took us to the AFC Championship and the Super Bowl would deserve to get paid. I don't give a fuck about nothing else, about the draft position, the weapons, none of that, bro. We got our quarterback. We went to the last game of the season and came within a special teams turnover of winning the thing.
So you would have paid Nick Foles?
Nick is different.
Yeah.
That's different.
He won it. He won that motherfucker.
But Nick, that was, he didn't play the whole year. He came in and subbed in for the guy. So that was different.
He played every playoff game in Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's different.
So he made the actual run though.
Exactly.
Nah, he didn't win the game.
And Wentz didn't do none of that when he came.
He played every playoff game and won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you saw what he did after that.
And you saw what Carson Wentz did after that.
Exactly.
I didn't say, y'all niggas talking like I said Carson Wentz is good. I never said that. That nigga's trash.
I never said that shit.
Yeah, Carson Wentz is trash. I'm on Purdy. Niggas is talking shit about Purdy, and he went to the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl. And not only did Jimmy G.
So did Jimmy G, and y'all had no problem calling him trash. You and Isaiah had no issues calling him trash.
Jimmy G didn't go to the Super Bowl and NFC Championship back-to-back years. They got rid of him.
Went to a Super Bowl and two
NFC Championship, yeah.
And came a few plays away from beating the Rams.
He went to the Super Bowl, so he had to go to
NFC Championship.
No, he went. Remember, he lost to the Rams after that.
Yeah, he lost to the Rams a couple of years after that.
What, in 21 when y'all won?
Yes. And what you only lost by what? What they only lost by what? 3 points?
AD literally had to force an interception at the end of the game. Otherwise, he probably would have lost.
I thought it was a sack.
That just shows you how good
he sacked him, and then Jimmy G threw it in the air, and then one of our DBs caught it. Yeah, and that's how we won.
That just shows you how good a coach Shanahan is.
Oh my God! Oh man! Just say y'all hate Jimmy G and call it a fucking day.
Exactly.
Just say you hate Brock Purdy and call it a day.
You notice I ain't saying shit for the last 5-10 minutes.
I'm just saying we supposed to say that's a coincidence that Purdy and Jimmy G did the same exact split.
Yeah,
like come on, man.
And lost to the exact same quarterback in the exact same team
with the exact same lead on the team.
It ain't exact. That's bullshit.
Damn near.
Now it's damn near. Is it exact or is it damn near?
It's the exact same split. What did Purdy do
that
Jimmy G did?
It's not exact.
Different team. Name one thing
different
Purdy
guys.
did that Jimmy G did.
One thing that didn't have was Tyreek.
You're absolutely right, Ragu. Purdy had an even better team than Jimmy G did. You're absolutely right. Because he didn't have CMC and, what was he? Had an old Emmanuel Sanders at the time versus Ayuk and Debo.
That's you niggas with all that 10 on McCaffrey now and Debo like they so good.
Hey, JC, what was that slogan we made about CMC some months ago?
Purdy is Jimmy G without CMC.
And Purdy is also $265 million richer than Jimmy G. Nigga.
265 richer than me too. So hey.
And when Jimmy G got
he got that. I ain't got nothing
Look,
to say.
And when
Jimmy was injury prone too. Jimmy probably could have won a Super Bowl with San Francisco, but he started getting hurt too much.
Yeah. Well, you remember when Jimmy G got his contract extension with San Francisco, that was seen as a lucrative deal at the time. It was like 4 years, $125 million. They wasn't handing this.
Well, that was when they paid him off of 5 games. Niggas was complaining about that too.
Yeah,
they played 5 games and got $100 million.
I mean, they did go like 4-1 when he.
No, it was actually 5-0.
Oh yeah, 5-0. Yeah.
But it was at the end of the season when everybody was resting their niggas because they was gearing up for playoffs.
I mean, but you know what? Though, like in hindsight, like that, like them signing Jimmy G and trying to build around Jimmy G, like San Francisco was in shambles. Like they didn't know what the fuck they was doing. That kind of helped them figure out what to do and like help them.
You go to Cleveland fan again talking about teams in shambles.
Oh my God! Look, right.
Changes. Everybody's grown, now that's why it's changing. House party cracking on because T Green had to beat for your boy too. Fisher 15's freshman, I was fresh then, still is.